Okay, boys. The winter 2021 anime season has come to a close. Finally. It's, there's a couple shows that made it a bit longer than it needed to be. I'm looking at you, Horimiya. So, today, I thought, how about we make a tier list of the shows I've watched, and maybe I might have missed one or two that might actually be worth my time, and chat could be like, yeah, what about this one? But I'm going to rank them on what my personal opinion was of them. So I got this tier list. There's a couple of things I'm going to do though. Okay, so I am not going to be talking. I'm not going to be ranking sequels because I feel like sequels are just in a league of their own. You know, it's like you got like Re:Zero, Attack on Titan season 4. We don't need to talk about this. We get it, dude. When these shows first started airing, that's where the general basis of all these opinions of them formulated, came into creation. We all know. I'm not gonna go into them because look how many there are. And yeah, I watched some of them, but like I didn't watch all of them. And it's like it's whatever, man. Some of these shows like Attack on Titan are fucking old as shit, dude. From like way back, and they're still continuing. And it's like, if I was to give any opinions, like it's Attack on Titan, man. It's Re:Zero, dude. Dr. Stone. Well, actually, maybe we should maybe we should move that one into the dog shit category. Even though I haven't seen it. I just know. From what I've heard, they cut out the best arc from the manga, and they've sped run the whole ending. Nah, dude, that's dog shit. But we're not gonna really talk about other shows that are sequels. But I have 9 here. These are the 9 that I have watched. Well, I didn't watch this in its entirety because, but I watched the first episode, and nothing's really changed. I'm just gonna start it off. This show is fucking dog shit. X-Arms, fucking dog shit, man. It was so fucking bad, and I feel really bad, and I really want to read the manga because I feel like the show, the anime, was like a complete betrayal, an injustice to the material because the art in the manga is fucking beautiful, dude, and there's nipples and shit. Looks pretty fucking epic, and like the story of the anime is like, okay. It's okay. It's interesting. It's interesting enough for me to be like, I want to read this and try that one out because it's fucking bad. It's fucking bad, man. It is. I don't need to add any more. Like everyone's already said what needs to be said about it. It's just a CGI nightmare. There's like PS1 games that look better than this show. It's just it is what it is. It's an interesting thing. But yeah, Crunchyroll anime original. Okay, so that's out the way. These ones I'm going to talk about more extensively. But first of all, I'm going to start off with this Kumo desu ka nani ga? Or like, so what if I'm a spider? I watched this shit. I've watched all of it, and I'm still watching it. But when I first watched it, I was like, this is the most mid C tier isekai show. But for some reason, I keep watching it. And as it kept going, and I'm getting to like the midpoint of the show, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. So if it's no longer a C C tier show to me. It's a B tier. It's I think it's a very solid B tier. It's a low B tier though, because like I thought it was like the most generic whatever, but Yuki Aoi, she comes in, Yuki Aoi carries that shit on her back, my dude. She's the reason I got through like the first couple episodes, is that she just carries that shit by herself. Fucking mad props, insane talent. And I think we all agree with that. She kills it as the spider. And she's the most interesting thing about the show. And every time it goes into the human world, ugh. But the last like 6 or so episodes, things are tuning up. I don't know where the fuck it's going, but I'm kind of interested and I want to know more. The world is interesting. There seems to be like a timeline discrepancy, like from when Yuki Aoi spider's fucking around and the human world. It's an interesting world, and it is a different thing. It is its own thing. It's just, there's value there, and I want to keep watching it, because why is all this shit happening? I'm so confused. What's this spider? What's gonna happen? What? She keeps learning new skills and shit, and she's a fucking spider. Is she gonna get better? Is she gonna become human? What is happening? I don't know. You know, all of her old classmates are humans. Is she gonna kill them all? Because technically she's a monster, and that'd be kind of weird. I'm starting to have questions, and that's why I think it's gone from like super mid show to like, okay, interesting. I think next season, when we're going to do this every season, right? But next season, I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to talk about the next half of the show, because I don't know what to think of this show yet. I wasn't very impressed with it at the start, but now I'm kind of intrigued. So I'm going to put it at B tier to set the line. That's the line there. Now, some of you may not have known this, but I didn't watch Skate. I didn't watch it. I was watching all these other shows every single week, but I didn't watch Skate. But just before its last episode hit, I binged the whole thing. Skate the Infinity is an amazing show. It is fucking fun as fuck, dude. It is it's like the skateboard Kuroko no Basket. It's like the best way to explain it, dude. It's so much fun. And the main character, Reki, when he gets like all depressed because he's like hanging out with like super extraordinary, insane talented dudes. And he's like, I'm just not up to par. And he goes into depressed mode, and it's like, that's so relatable. And it's like, that's me, dude. I've been that guy. And the opening's a banger. It's just a really fun show, and I really like it. It's definitely I wouldn't say it's anything like I wouldn't say it's S tier, but it's very, very solid A tier. Is it supernatural power? No, but yes, they do bullshit that you would fucking die if you tried to do, man. Like, that would be breaking their legs from just some of the jumps they were making, man. But, like, I really liked it. And I really like how, Langa is like a snowboarder. And he transitions into skateboarding. And that was really interesting to me. It was a super fun show. And I really like it. Solid A. Solid A tier. I'd say it's like mid to high A. Next up, we got Mushoku Tensei. Jobless Reincarnation. Boys, I think this is by far the best anime this season. It was incredible to watch. And like, I know like one of the biggest negative aspects of the show is like the main character's degeneracy, you know, and he's like pervertedness. But like that's an anime trope that is just a thing that ruins some shows sometimes. But I think it makes sense where this character is like a literal fucking loser, nobody, scrub lord, degenerate, fat, hairy, jacks off all the fucking time character, and he's become like Uber Chad, kid in a new world. And I think there's validation for that, and you can see him try to be like, oh, I need a no, let's not do that. And he makes he makes some mistakes when he does that perverted shit. There's like a bit with him and Eris in the bed after his birthday or some shit, and he's like, well, fuck. But that's just because he's like this inexperienced fat virgin degenerate dude that doesn't fucking know anything. And I ain't gonna like valid like you know say what he does is like, there's reason for that and be explaining, Warlord, but I think it's just a good show as well, and the animation's insane. It's like every episode's like movie quality. I just want this whole series done. I want to see this whole fucking series, dude. And when it ended, I was so sad. I didn't know what to do. It was just, that was the anime that I was like, oh my god. Holy shit. The world, the characters, everything. I just want to know what happens next. And I'm really excited for the second part that's going to air in like a season or two. Well, yeah, exactly, right? Like, he's a fucking neat, degenerate loser that's probably never fucking talked to a woman before, let alone touched one. So of course he's gonna fucking act dumb. But you see him grow as a character. He goes from like being super degen to being like, oh, that's not okay. This isn't the time and place for this. And he's like, no. But he still slips up, which I think is like, believable to me. Alrighty, next show, Kimono Jihen. I watched the first episode of this, and I was like, this is probably all I'm gonna watch, and I gave it a try on a whim. I've watched the whole thing. Kimono Jihen, I feel there was, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, the first episode was fucking crazy, and you get introduced to like the world and its mechanics, and like, how everyone's a fucking kimono. And then it's like, they kind of just like fuck around doing their little jobs and stuff. And then you get to like Shiki's mom story arc. And that's where that show went from like, I don't really care, kind of alright. Nothing too special. I've seen things like this like a million times. But then I get to like Shiki's mom's story arc. And it blew me away. Like, it was crazy. Like, the sacrifices Shiki's mom did for him. And there was like experimentation with her. And it was like bestiality. And it was just all these crazy themes and things that I didn't think I was going to see. It was so graphic, and I was just godsmacked. And then the ending, you get, fuck, what are the characters' names? I can't remember his name. I can't remember their names. What are their names? Hang on, let me look up their names. What the fuck is Akira? That's right. Akira's brother comes back, and I'm like, okay, it's gone back to like before. But I think Con the little fox girl, and Carbonate's like um dynamic was really funny and really cute, and it was really fun to watch. When Shiki's little sister as well goes from like 180 with her personality. I was like, what the fuck? But it made like Con really interesting because like Con gets like jealous and stuff, and it was super cute and super adorable. But I don't think it's either high B or like low A. And I'm not quite sure where I want to put it because it's like the Shiki's stuff was really good. Like really good. Insane. But like some of the other stuff is just like, yeah. Nothing particularly too special. I think I'm gonna leave it at a high B. I'm gonna leave it at a high B. It's gonna be a high B. I like it. And it's definitely not bad. It's just some bits I was like, oh what, that's it? Okay. Well, like Skate was like, dude, I need to watch the next episode. This is insane. But I'll give it like a B plus, high B. Okay. Next up we got Horimiya. Now I don't know how I'm gonna be able to judge this. I read the manga when I was young, and I liked it a lot. And then I heard it was getting an anime, and I was one of those guys that was like, "Holy shit, dude! Horimiya anime! Finally! Holy shit!" And like people were like, "Where the fuck is this series coming from? Why is everyone so hyped for this?" I'm one of those that was like really fucking hyped. I was like, "Yes, let's go." And the anime was fucking great. Don't get me wrong. You know, they move shit around and like, you know, it was rushed in some parts or whatever, but like they did like the important moments really well. But I feel like it's I don't know. I think it's like an A minus. I think because it's just at the end of the day. At the end of the day, what really happened in the show? You know, we explore like Miramura's character and how he's like, he went from being a fucking nobody background character to, you know, getting a huge group of friends, the love of his life. You see them graduate high school, and the little like interpersonal dramas they have, all that stuff. But it's just, it's good. It's really good. Okay? I don't want it to be like, no, it was bad. It's good and I love it, right? It was super comfy and I enjoy every fucking episode, but I don't know what to say. It's just, it doesn't have that thing. You know, it's just, it's a fun romance comedy. They become a couple. They do couple shit. They fuck. You know, they hang out with their friends. They graduate high school. It's just, I love this show. I love this series. But objectively speaking, I can't put it higher than this. You know, it was just this. the the way to explain it is like it's just this consistent flat line, right? Of just like, yeah, yeah, I like that. You know, it's just like you sit down and you're like, yeah, the new episode of Horimiya. Yeah, I like that. You know, it wasn't like, oh shit, like, you know, it's like it wasn't. There's no like fucking super hyper poggers, you know, Twitch chat reaction PogChamp. It's just like, ayaya, you know, why people happy? It's cute, you know. It's like that's. I love the show, and it's just, mmm, mmm. I just don't. It's gonna be weird because the next show, Jakakara Tomozaki-kun, I really, really like this show. I really, really like this show. And I don't want to do it. But I think I'd rate it higher than Horimiya. Because I relate so hard to this show. I disagree completely. I relate so hard to this show. I love the way, because it's like, I've done this. And I've talked about me doing this. I didn't gamify it though. You know, I tried to like, you know, narrativify my social skills. But I've been that guy. There was like bits that I didn't like, and what I was really hoping for was that the main chick would like, she would fall apart, and the skills that Tomozaki's learnt would like help her, because she's like this massive fake, does everything fake Andy. But what we got instead was like the super hyperactive girl, Mimimi. She was the one that broke and went fucking crazy. And that was super interesting to me. The midpoint of the show, I was kind of like, I watched it, I'm like, A. And then I was like, B. And I'm like, A again. It captures the shit I like. I really like this show. I really, really like the show. And I think it teaches you, it gives you a reference to better your own social skills. Because it's like, this guy, the main character, is like, I fucking hate life. And it's a shit game. I'm losing. I'm a fucking loser. He's got this fucking down deep, depressed attitude about life, which is fucking wrong. And I was that guy. You know, but, you know, to make the series happenstance, he meets this fucking girl that changes his life. That doesn't happen in real life, right? That's bullshit. That doesn't fucking happen. But what she teaches him is shit that I've done myself. You know, I have fucking like been in the mirror, like practicing how to smile. I've been like hitting smiles to talk, because it's like I have tried to better myself, because I was a Jakakara as well. Right? I was a bottom tier character. Believe me or not, whatever. I don't give a shit. But I was. That is probably the best way to I was probably this guy. That was probably me. That's probably me, right? That was probably me in high school. Or whatever. I really, really like this show. And I found it super satisfying to watch. I related to the characters a lot. And like, obviously it's like super cringe. Like, I'm pro Smash Brothers player. Everything sucks, but this game is a god game. You know, it's like, dude, people are gonna like different things. But I like this show because it has a lot of stuff that I relate to, which just probably deepened my interest in the show and all that. But I would definitely put it in an A tier. This was a show that just caught me completely by surprise. No, dude. I thought the first 3 episodes very, very solid. It was, my problem with the show was about episode 5 and 6. I think. I can't remember. I can't specifically remember what I didn't like about it, but it's like that was the point. I was like, oh, this show. Maybe it's because it's like he made so much progress in so little time, and I think that's what I might not have liked about it. I wanted to see him fuck up a bit more because he didn't really fuck up when he was practicing. And that's what I think I wanted to see, is like him actually like super fucking up and having to learn from that or something like that. But I liked it. I liked it a lot and I relate to it a lot, which is why I'm going to put it in A tier, because for me, because this is my list, you can have your own opinion on the show. But I saw everyone giving it like 7, like less than 7 on Mal, and I'm like, dude, some of these people are probably the people that need to learn the most from this show, because holy shit, dude. I wish this show was out. Dude, I wish this show existed when I was in high school. Right? That was the first thing I thought when I watched this show. When I watched the first episode of this show, I was blown away. I was like, holy shit. This was shit that took me like 6 years of trial and error to figure out. This show just gave to me for free. I was blown away. And I've fucked up friendships and relationships because I have been that guy. But I just really enjoyed the show. And it's okay. It's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. And like, people that probably have those social skills probably look at it like, what the fuck? This fucking dude, okay, cringe lord, gamer, haha, whatever. But for me, I was a bottom tier character. Watching a bottom tier character grow, him having the lessons that I had to teach myself and that I have learned. My conversations, a lot of them were always me asking, how am I? Am I improving? Am I easier to talk to? I have been this guy. That is why I am so passionate about this show. I really, really like it. But on second thought, I don't think I'm going to put it above Horimiya. I was going to do this. I don't think I will. Because it's like, this is like very specific to me. And this show is just very, very consistent. There was some inconsistencies in this show where I was kind of like, oof, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. But it turned around and it did some interesting shit that I liked. But this is my opinion. I love this show. Every single week, I was super excited for this episode. Because I would be like, oh shit, dude, a new Tomozaki-kun's coming out. I fucking love this show. And I think the lessons in it can help a lot of people take the first step to grow as a person. Because I agree with a lot of the lessons. It's an anime-fied version of it, mind you, so don't be super fucking autistic and follow it 100%, because that is weird. But it could be a great guideline to help you become more sociable, because this is shit I have literally done myself. And I think even Giga Gant even talks about this show and how the gamified social skills, because we all struggle in social situations, I believe, because being social is really fucking hard. I don't know how to be social, you know? So that is why I really like this show. I don't think it's like looking at its surface value of just like, it's a cringe gamer lord meets perfect girl to help change him. It's like, it's not that. It's about watching him progress and watching the decision he makes. That's what's interesting to me. Oh, she gets worse. It turns into him versus her at the end. But you can see that she's fake, but she's not fake with Tomozaki. That's kind of the thing, right? She's fake to everyone except Tomozaki. Because obviously this is like a bullshit romance comedy thing as well. Which is like, you know, boy meets girl. Perfect girl, actually fake girl. Dude's a fucking loser. starts acting like a fucking asshole to the loser. And then they just have this dichotomy, this chemistry that they work out, and it's like there's like cock teasers, dude, of like her being interested in this dude. It's kind of like Among Us sus, like, is she just trying to like design a boyfriend right now? What is happening? But I don't know if you fucking hated it at the start, you probably will fucking hate it anyway. But I really like the show, and I'll stand by this show. But I'm gonna move on now. Okay. Where do I begin? And how do I talk about this? I'm not sure. And I don't even know if I can even call this a show. But oh shit, dude. Where do I begin? Alright. I think I'm gonna start with a disclaimer. The things I'm about to say is completely because this is a work of fiction, and real life I would never say any of this shit. It's just because this is fiction, and you know the show has a certain thing that, yeah. Don't take this wrong. The show is about revenge, right? The show is about revenge. This fucking guy that got fucked, literally, getting his revenge. And episode 2, he got revenge. And it was very, very satisfying to watch. However, after that, it's kind of just like, you know, like vanilla hentai. He just fucks his girls and doesn't do anything. You know, he doesn't. Episode 2 is like the peak of like that fucked up revenge shit that we all came for, right? That was like the best episode, was episode 2. But the rest of the show, he's just fucking his girls all the fucking time. And it's bad. It's fucking bad, dude. It's fucking bad. You know, I wanted to see fucked up shit. I wanted to see him do fucked up shit. And like this crazy shit. Like when he gets to Brave, right? The sword hero. She's like this crazy lesbian rapist chick. Fucking insane. And he gets like a bunch of dudes drugged up and turns them into like mindless cannibals to make it like rape gangbang this chick. Cool. And then they eat her alive. But it flies by. It's not like there's not like a whole episode dedicated to that shit. There's so much build up to these revenges, and it just flies by. There's no impact, right? There's no like, yes! Take that, you fucking bitch! You cunt! Yes! There's none of that. It's just done. And then he goes back home, and it's 5 minutes of him fucking his girls. And it's like, dude, this happens every episode. I have had enough. Stop fucking these girls. Okay? I get it. You just fuck these girls. He's like, okay, let's fuck. And it's like, that's not why we were watching this show. We wanted to see that fucked up spectacle. We wanted to see Twitter go insane and rage. But there was just no substance. You know what I mean? And then they hype up like Noruhime, right? Princess Nor. In this like the last episode, the finale, you're like, oh yes, here it comes, boys. Here it comes. This is gonna be episode 2 all over again. And then it's just like a giant orgy with him and these girls. And it's like there's like a little bit more impact than normal there, but it's substanceless, and it's just there's no crazy shit there. That episode 2 had. Episode 2 was by far the best episode. Going from episode 1 to episode 2 was like, oh shit, this show is insane. You know, the way he fucking destroyed Princess Flare. He came in there, right? He fucking came in. He pulled out the rod. He's like, this rod or this one? And she's like, yours. And then he just fucking cock slaps her, dude. And you're like, oh, yes! Yes! This is it! Thumbs up! Let's go! He's getting his fucking revenge. It's so beautiful. It tastes so good, right? But then it's just fuckfest, dude. And it's just like that's where the show you peaked. If you want to know what the show's about, watch the first 2 episodes. It's it. That's all you need to watch. The rest is just, weak. It's weak. And there's fucked up shit that happens. But it's so fast, and the pacing's bad, and it just has no impact. It's just... It's just not there. Watch the uncensored version. What do you think I am? What do you think I am? A fucking idiot? Of course I watched the uncensored version. And it's just 5 minutes of like vanilla sex with him and his little fucking dog girl. It's like, fuck, dude. Where's my fucking revenge? I want revenge. I want to see fucked up shit. Not him just having sex with his fucking girls, dude. But yeah, watch the uncensored version. For the first 2 episodes. But then the rest is like, whatever. Yeah. So because of that, I'm going to give it C tier. It's mid. It's fucking mid, dude. It's like... It's not dog shit. It's mid, dude. It's C tier. It's fucking... I wanted to see fucked up shit, and I didn't get it. So I'm a little sad. Not sad, disappointed. And that leads us to the last show. Wonder Egg Priority. And this is like one of the shows why I've waited so long to do this, because it hasn't ended yet. And for me, I don't like to judge things unless there's a conclusion, because as some of you know, a whole show can get ruined in 1 chapter or 1 episode. You know? 1 episode or 1 chapter, it could just take a massive shit in your mouth and just fuck up the whole show that was really good. And we've been seeing the results of that after a certain manga just ended recently. But I still don't know what this show is. And that is why I started watching this show. I watched it, and it's Very, very interesting. What's it about? Dude, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, man. But it's definitely something special. And like this is like this is why I watch anime series, you know? Why is it in okay, whatever. This is like why I watch anime. Because it's like shows like this pop up every now and again. And it's like, wow. What the fuck did I just watch? It's just a show like this can only exist in anime. And to me, that's very, very special. And why I keep watching anime. And it's shows like this that remind me of why I like anime so much. But I can't give like a concrete yes to this show yet. Because I don't know where it's going or what it's trying to do. And with one episode left, who knows? It could be the best last episode ever in anime. Super satisfying conclusion, 10 out of 10, masterpiece, perfect anime. Maybe, but I really like the show. Right? I really like the show. And I love all the girls and their history, their backstories, their dynamics, the character relationships, all of that. I love that. But it's not over yet. And they've introduced an antagonist. They've essentially done what they were supposed to do. I don't know what's going to happen next. And that's usually worrying. The other thing is the reason why it hasn't finished is because there was a production issue which created a recap episode during its 12 episode runtime. So the last episode has been delayed till June. That is why. It's not a special, no, nothing. The recap episode is the production schedule on this show is a fucking disaster. Which makes me worried about where the fuck it's going. I am so surprised that it's a fucking disaster because the show looks really fucking good. But there's production issues in play. So I'm really hoping for the best. But we will just have to wait and see what happens. But that is my tier list for the winter 2021 anime season. It's okay if you disagree. You're entitled to your own opinion. However, tell me that opinion in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and who knows? Maybe there's a show in this Humegalog category that's actually really, really good. So leave a comment and let me know. Did I fuck up the ending? I don't know.